Before her name got bastardized for various reasons, Isis was mostly known for being an Egyptian goddess of magic and wisdom, known primarily for resurrecting Osiris and defending Ra during his nightly journey by summoning a giant cobra to wrestle Apophis. Now, it's easy to overlook in the crazy, colorful menagerie that is the Egyptian pantheon overall, but Isis is actually ridiculously powerful, even by god standards. She's worshipped in at least 7 capacities, one of them ascribing her power over the entire cosmos, and even the less extreme characterizations put her in charge of Egypt and the protection of the pharaoh. Needless to say, she was a pretty big deal. Now, the Egyptian pantheon is kind of known for reshuffling their gods pretty frequently, playing hot potato with the sun disk, stuff like that. Sometimes this involved myths and legends specifically explaining how the new god in charge took power from the old god in charge. So when Isis rose to prominence in the first millennium BCE, the first thing to explain was how exactly she got so powerful, along with phasing out the obsolete older gods as they lapsed in popularity. So this is the story of how Isis took Ra's true name and the power that came with it. So, as these stories often start, Ra is the head god, and by far the most powerful dude around. The source of his power is his Ren, or his name, a concept so important in ancient Egypt that it was considered to be one of the 5 components of the soul. Now, at this point, Isis is already pretty smart, but she wants to be smarter, and she knows the only way for her to gain power and wisdom is to take Ra's true name for herself. So as Ra rides his sunbark through the sky every day, he tends to drool a little on account of how old and senile he's getting. He's been a dominant god in the pantheon for almost 2,000 years at this point, so it's not exactly surprising he's getting a little long in the beak. Anyway, Isis collects some of the divine drool and mixes it with dust to make clay. She then sculpts this clay into a cobra and sends the little dude after Ra. So as Ra approaches the gates of night, the cobra strikes and bites him on the ankle, instantly pumping him full of venom. This freaks everybody out because Ra is the creator of all things, and it shouldn't be possible for anything of his creation to hurt him. The trick here is that the cobra contained a large fragment of his power without being under his control, so he's basically being hurt by himself. So Ra freaks out and summons all the gods that have medical or healing magic, but none of them can find a way to neutralize the venom. This is, of course, when Isis slides into frame and offers to help. At this point, she's already considered to be the dominant goddess of magic and medicine, but despite her qualifications, she tells Ra that the only way that she can help him is if he gives her his true name. This might even be true, considering that the venom is actually Ra's own power. So Ra rattles off all of his many titles to try and throw her off, but Isis is like, come on, man. So with no other option, he goes off with Isis and gives her his true name. Isis uses this power to heal him, with the added bonus that she's now the most powerful god in the pantheon and can use her magic to do just about anything. This crazy divine usurpation plot would be the highly dramatic, inciting conflict of any number of high fantasy evil god queen plotlines if Isis weren't actually a really nice goddess who only uses her newfound omnipotence responsibly. Dodge that bullet, I guess. Sycophants on velvet sofas, lavish mansions, vintage wine. I am so much more than royal. Snatch your chain and mace your eyes. If it feels good, tastes good, it must be mine. Heroes always get remembered, but you know legends never die. If you don't know, now you know. I'm taking back the crown. I'm all dressed up and naked. I see what's mine and take it. Whoa, yeah, the crown. So close I can taste it. I see what's mine and take it.